everyone to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
You.
Today we're doing a primer video because, well, we have basically run out of Trek ships. So we are moving into crossovers. Now, if anyone wants us to cover anything specific in Trek, we'll go back to it, just let us know. But for now, as I said, we are going to Galactica. Well, we are going to crossovers. We are starting with Battlestar Galactica.
We would have done
Construction complete.
Command available.
Mass Effect or something different.
Construction complete.
But
There's a distinct lack of mods.
or ship models
At your command.
for
Upgrade
those
in
factions.
Receiving message.
So-
in progress.
We're rather screwed, aren't we? No,
Yeah.
this is not going to be the
Upgrade complete.
Decoding transmission.
Unit in production. Unit
Right.
cancelled.
Enemy space station
So-
has been upgraded.
Space station.
Basically,
damaged.
we're starting with crossover. We're starting with
At your command.
Battlestar Galactica if
Order
someone
construction.
wants to include a crossover with that universe in one of their games. I mean,
Construction
it's Trek. Multiversal travel is a thing.
Upgrade complete.
So,
Reinforcements en route.
I suppose, like always, we should start with the lore of the universe.
depending on which universe you want to take on, being the original series or the remake.
Yeah.
But
Building
in the case of
awaiting
the
orders.
original, well, this case, it's going to be
Copy.
well,
Enemy space station has
Beginning
been
construction.
I copy.
the RDM remake.
Reporting.
In
Yeah.
which case, I think everyone has watched the
Construction complete.
watched the series at this point.
Yes.
Still, Cylons were made by man, they rebelled, they decided to nuke the
Constructed.
entire
Commander.
universe
Space station under attack.
colonies, and it didn't end well.
Yeah. And
Ready for
and the
action.
survivors went off on a search for the lost 13th tribe on Earth. Originally just meant to give them hope, but
Construction complete.
eventually they started finding
Upgrade.
evidence that it was indeed real.
Now, in case
Station
you're
ready.
wondering,
Upgrade
we're
in
primarily
progress.
going to be using Battlestar Galactica Deadlock for this, because official
Upgrade
models
complete.
and all that. Still,
Yeah, still, this is a good video for like a prime. This is an Empire War mod is a good video for a primer.
Command available. We're here.
So, first we need to set up the guidelines.
Our
and
space station
deal
is
with
under
the
attack.
elephant in the room, and the fact that these guys don't use shields.
Yeah. Well,
At your command.
that's fairly easy to fix. Just
Space station
do
under
a
attack.
special rule, or basically, there is a talent in
Upgrade
Star
in
Trek
progress.
Adventures for polarized hull plating.
Enemy
The ship
space
does not have
station has been
deflector
upgraded.
shielding, but rather is equipped with layers of hull plating that can be
Space
polarized
station
to resist
damaged.
attack.
Vehicle
This
in
functions in the
production.
same way as shields, with one difference. The ship suffers a breach
Unit
if
in
4 plus
production.
stress,
Unit
if 4 or
cancelled.
more stress is suffered after deductions for resistance. Basically,
Constructing unit.
your hull becomes your hit points instead of your hull plating becomes your hit
Constructing
points
unit.
instead of your
Upgrade
shields.
in progress.
We can work that in as like a
Space
just
station
an overall
damaged.
special rule for the
Upgrade complete.
Galactica factions.
Indeed.
Reinforcements en route.
Anywho,
Yeah, anywho, now we need to... The next major thing is
Message.
determining
Research
baseline
At your command.
years for the factions, basically. and point totals.
Reinforcements en route.
Because, well, in Utopia Planitia, we have
Our space
rules.
station is
We have the
under
following
attack.
set of rules. A United Earth, Federation, or Klingon vessel has 40 systems points if it was launched in 2200. This is modified upward or downward by one system
space
point per
station is
decade
under
before or
attack.
after this point, rounding
Unit in
down.
production.
Pre-Federation, Vulcan, Andorian, Tellarite, or Romulan vessels begin with 35 system points in 2150 and reduce the number of system points
Our
by
space
1
station is
for
under
each 50
attack.
years prior to this time to represent the Confederacy of Vulcan and by extension Romulan Empire's
Construction complete.
extremely long history of warp-capable flight, and the Vulcan sharing technology, or having it stolen and reverse engineered, with the nearby polities on Andor and Tellar Prime.
Our space
After
station is
2150,
under attack.
technology matches that of the overall Federation. Beginning in the year 2400, starships receive only a single additional system point every 50 years.
Reinforcements en route.
So we need something similar for both the Colonials and the
Space
Cylons.
station damaged.
And unfortunately, that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Enemy space station
Technology
has been
does not
upgraded.
advance very much in BSG. As an
Yeah.
example, here's ye old Galactica herself. You love her, you hate her, you mostly love her.
Yeah.
So tech in for the Colonials just doesn't advance very much. Made worse by
Yeah.
Our
Here's
space
a,
station
big
is
star.
under attack.
They don't
Yeah.
have the computer systems, which doesn't help.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
no idea
We'll just-
how to handle that.
Yeah.
Ready for action.
Upgrade in progress.
About all I can do.
Our space station is under
We'll just
attack.
pick a baseline point total somewhere in the 40 to 60 range, and we'll go by Vulcan rules and say reduce 1 point every 50 years, and post 2400 rules of an extra point every 50 years.
Their weapons are kind of obvious. They use kinetic energy weaponry.
Upgrade
Yeah.
complete. Upgrade
We'll-
in progress.
We'll divide that
Upgrade in
into
progress.
projectile and missile weapons. Projectile weapons will function like the energy weapons normally used by Trek,
Upgrade complete.
while missile weapons will be more like torpedoes.
Our space
Except
station
a lot
is under
easier to
attack.
deal with because
Station
Upgrade
ready.
complete. Constructing unit. Unit in production.
Yeah.
Space station
So-
under attack.
What do you think? 50 points? Roughly the equivalent of 2300 in Star Trek terminology? Or
Space
lower?
station damaged.
well, these guys wouldn't be a match for a Constitution class ship.
At your command.
Hell, they wouldn't even be a match for an NX.
Right.
Research complete.
Right. So, I guess we just need to pick an equivalent year in Trek to serve as our baseline total, and just
Our
relate it to
space
United
station is
Earth.
under attack.
So, United Earth and Starfleet. So, 40 points as of 2200, plus or minus 1 point every 10 years, depending on the direction. 2100 would be 30 points.
Orbital command available.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna put him right in front of you. Do not miss fracking symptom.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give him 35 points. Say 2150. Let's say the equivalent of 2150. Yeah. Yeah. Now, technically, nuclear missiles nuclear torpedoes do exist in STA. They have a range of
Unit in
medium,
production.
a
Vehicle in production.
stress rating of 3+ security, effect of vicious 1, and a calibration weapon quality.
Constructing unit.
We could probably use that to represent the nuclear missiles of the
Our space station is under attack.
setting. And for the kinetic energy, for the guns, light, medium, and heavy,
Message.
we'll say that, let's see, basically, light weapons
At your command.
will have no
Unit
damage
in
modifier, medium will have a increase by 1, and heavy will have an increase by 2, and we'll say that they have the
Reinforcements en
piercing
route.
1 stress
At
effect.
your command.
Reinforcements en route.
Roger. At your command.
And, well,
At your
Space
command.
station damaged.
We can't break free. I'm gonna put him right in front of you. Do not miss fracking symptom.
yeah.
Ready.
Entering sector 259. Keep your eyes open, Cat. This is where BB and Jojo bought it.
Yeah. Yep. We can
What is
basically
your order?
count that as similar to Borg regeneration. Yeah. So, we'll get to that. I will cover that when we get to our first Cylon ship. Yeah. Basically, this will be... This is sort of
Reinforcements en route.
their form of... well, basically, this would count as an alternate propulsion system, and basically is just teleportation. You make your engines plus con check to move,
Construction
Oh.
complete.
and probably control plus con on the part of the navigator, and you go from point A to point B in
We are
right.
victorious.
Probably some there's probably going to be some difficulty stuff. You can GMs and players can figure that out on their own recognizance. We're just providing you the options to work with. Yeah. This has been our prime